what we're doing today is we're making bouillabaisse. Okay, so the theme this year is going to be the Route 66. So I started with, bouillabaisse because it's California. I want to feature some seafood, and through the course of the year, we're going to kind of do taste and flavors along the Route 66. So we're going to New Mexico, Arizona, up into the northwest, kind of different flavors. It'll be fun. So we have a making bouillabaisse. It's a great seafood seafood stew. So we're going to make that. And you're going to be making that, so I'm going to walk you through that, okay? Some great ingredients. And also I'm doing a rillette. You guys know what that is? Like a duck rillette? Okay, it's a very classical French deal. So today's a really great meal. So I'm going to make a rillette. It's basically confit duck. And you take the confit duck and you add some ingredients, and it's almost like a pate. So typically, it's very common to serve like a rillette with a bouillabaisse or a soup or a stew. It's very, south of France, Basque, region, Spain, Italy. So I'm going to make that for you, and then we're going to put that on your table. So when I make the rillette, you can spread that on your bread. So we have some beautiful ciabatta, we have some lavash, some pretzel bread, cheese bread. Now you just kind of take it, you spread on your bread. And then I'm going to make a rouille. So rouille is you guys familiar with the rouille? Yeah? Okay, so that's basically a pureed peppers and some stock, and that goes actually with the bouillabaisse. So typically, bouillabaisse is served as kind of a flavoring agent, for the soup. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to take about a pound of my confit duck. So I've taken this, and I pulled it all apart, so I'm going to roughly chop it just to get it kind of in preparation to make the rillette. And basically all it is just like you want to finely chop it. You can make this by hand. If you have a food processor at home, you can put it in your food processor, or you can use a mixer. If you have one of these awesome KitchenAid, you can use a paddle, or you can use a dough hook. What you want to do is you want to blend everything together. It kind of becomes a paste. You don't want to make it too pasty to where it's too. You can leave it little chunks. It's a matter of preference. I don't like it too much of a paste. Because I'm going to bump up this. You see that? Chop that up just to kind of get it a bit smaller pieces. Right. Okay. So I have my duck. I'm going to go and put my duck into the mixer. So I'm going to get a shot of that amount. Alright, so the duck goes in, put my duck inside, alright? Okay, next, so what I have is some of the oil that I confit the duck inside. So it has a flavor of the peppercorn, the bay leaves, the seasoning. You want to save some of that, okay, for a recipe for rillette. So when you confit your duck, after you confit the duck, you want to pull your duck out, set it on a tray, drain all the oil out, and you want to save about a half a cup of that oil. It's intensely flavored. That's really dynamic. That's what's going to help when I pour it together, right? So that's that. Then all the garlic that I actually put into the confit, I pull that out. So it's really like creamy and roasted. It's like butter. Heaven. Huh? It's like a dream come true. Yeah, exactly. This is the way I love my garlic. So you take it and just kind of keep that aside. You're going to save the duck fat. You're going to save the garlic. And I'm adding some dried cranberry just for a little bit of flavor. So that's something I'm going to throw in here. We have a little bit of cognac. Okay, so that's going to go in. This is a delicacy. I mean, usually really fine restaurants serve this. But I'm going to show you a way to preserve it. I used to serve this in a couple of restaurants. A little black pepper. Okay. With a little bit of kosher salt. Pinch of kosher salt here. So serve this on real low. That kind of cream. Basically, you're going to cream it. Like if you're creaming butter or a cake or something. Let it cream. You want to take this, you can put this, sometimes you see it in mason jars, or you go to different places, you have it. Some people like to really make it really really fine. I don't necessarily like to do that. So you can take it, put it in a bowl like this, we're going to put this on your table so you can enjoy it with your bread, right? Okay, so we're going to take that. Let's say you have a mason jar at home, right? Take that mason jar, or you take a little dish like this, and to really keep it and preserve it, what I like to do is I take the duck fat, right? And you pour that, you know, you can't be like worried about calories. Just eat it, enjoy it, live your life, drink 2 glasses of red wine and it washes all that. So you take the duck fat and you pour that right on top, just like that, right? So when you put that in your fridge, it's going to create a glaze on top of it. So like if you're making a terrine and foie gras or different types of pâtés or whatever, it's very traditional to put like a layer of the cooking lard or fat or whatever on top of your pâté or your rillette or whatever, and it preserves it. So you know, let's say you take this in your mason jar, you use it, put a little bit more, and it keeps it sealed. So kind of a dry stock. You want to make sure your stock is hot. Okay. So you want to get your stock, make sure it's nice and warm. So stock goes in a blender, it could be a food processor. Put about cup. Okay. Your stock then goes inside the garlic. Okay, so I have here just peeled garlic, all raw. Put that inside. We'll do a little bit of salt, pinch of salt. Okay. We're gonna put our peppers inside. We'll take these paquilla peppers. I roasted them. And we're just gonna drop those in. We're just gonna carry this whole deal. This is a great. Just taste it before you put it in your soup, because once you put it in your soup, it's too late, so just check it, make sure you like the flavoring. So we're going to put our tortilla peppers inside, just like that. Let's just do okay. Alright, so we got that. So I'm going to, then, you know, I like to add a little bit of chili to my beef, so I'm using a little bit of sambal. A little sambal chili to spice it up. Here. You guys like it spicy? Really spicy? Really, really spicy? Okay, then goes in my bread. So I'm using ciabatta. It's a great bread, great texture, so we'll put that aside. A little, blend this thing. Blend up. All of them goes in last. It's almost like you're emulsifying it. You're making a vinaigrette or a dressing. You want to get this kind of pulled together. And we're going to slowly add our olive oil. It's going to give us some flavor and texture. You guys see that? So, let's talk about the ingredients. I'm making bouillabaisse, right? So, the ingredients I put in my bouillabaisse recipe. We have bay leaf, right? So now, this recipe is for 2. Bay leaf. We have olive oil, right? We have fresh, a little bit of olive oil, so let's get our olive oil in our pan. If you want to start with your burned vegetables, so we're going to do our shallots. And you don't need to get your pan really hot. You want to keep your pan, a lot of times when we're searing items, you want to get your pan really hot to sear the meat or the fish. You don't want to do that today. You don't want to get the pan too hot because the vegetables will burn. So we're going to take it nice and slow, let them saute slowly. So we're going to put in our garlic. Okay. And then we're going to put in our fennel. Fennel takes a little while to saute. Shrimp, we have everything kind of going there. We're going to bring the temperature back up, okay? So you want to saute all your vegetables, and you want to get them to where they're nice and translucent. You don't want them to brown, because when you put your broth in, you want to keep the broth nice and light. If you caramelize your vegetables, what's going to happen? Going to turn the broth brown. So you want to keep it really on a low heat so you don't burn the vegetables and you don't burn the bottom of the pan, because if you burn the garlic or if you burn the the celery or anything, it's going to really discolor the fumet. Okay, you want to take it nice and slow, let it cook nice and slow. Okay, I'm going to go and add my tomatoes. So we have a nice diced tomato. These are Roman tomato there. I'm going to go and add my bell peppers, okay? So there you go, get your bell peppers going there. And I'm going to go and add my cracked black pepper. But I'm not going to add salt, because I want to let all the flavors kind of develop. You know, before you add the salt, that should be the finishing thing you do. We're gonna add our black pepper. Okay. Let this go nice and slow. But don't rush, take your time. We're only cooking the one dish today. So we want it to come out nice and beautiful and clear. Okay. Got that going. Saute, get all your vegetables softened up. You got all these great flavors kind of coming together. Okay, once the vegetables are to the point to where they're translucent, they're soft, you don't want them mushy, you want to keep them nice and soft. We're going to deglaze the pan with the white wine. So when you deglaze the pan, it's going to kind of pull all the flavors together of the shellfish, the fiddle, the tomato, kind of brings it together. See that? So we're going to take our, you guys see that right there? Take our lobster, put our lobster in there, a couple of pieces of lobster. Take a couple of mussels, place those around like that. You get creative, you get artistic, just pour it in the pan. There you go. We'll put this fish inside. Crab, vegetables. Got that little Peruvian potato there, the purple potato, see that? Just, you know, disregard the bay leaves. You don't want to be sure on more. Put my shrimp right on top. Yeah. Tomato to broth right over, just like that. See that? Gorgeous. How's that look? It's like a dream come true, huh? Okay. So this is a classic bouillabaisse. I'll take your brie, little spoons right here. This is like a flavoring, so it's like basically you're gonna flavor the soup. Now, so but taste it beforehand before you put on a spoon or whatever saltish I like. A little bit of your duck brie, you're gonna spread out nice like that. It's beautiful food. Okay. You're gonna have a little green salad to eat. Take that to the side. You can just take your brie. Just like, you know, flavor it all up. Just put a spoon of that inside, just right on top. It's going to add this great flavor. You got the bread, you got the garlic, you got the olive oil. So really great dish. So. All right. How's that look? Huh? Okay. So that's it. So that's Chef Andreas' bouillabaisse. All right.